Archangel Michael says, something incredible is unfolding that you weren't even aware of. A person who once kept their emotions locked away has now begun to realize the depth of their connection with you. And surprisingly, it wasn't the words you said, but the attitude you carried, that made them fall deeper. They watched you when you weren't looking. Your silence in moments of chaos, your strength when everything tried to break you, became the very reasons they couldn't stop thinking of you. It wasn't just admiration, it became obsession wrapped in reverence. They had seen many faces before, but none that carried peace like yours. It was your grace under fire, your gentle way of not reacting with anger, that drew them in like a magnet to something divine. They wanted to get closer, but your energy was so pure it made them question if they were even worthy. Their love didn't begin in a moment of passion, but in a moment of your stillness. While others tried to impress with loud declarations, you won their soul by simply being calm and kind. That energy, that deep unbothered presence, you had no idea it was lighting up their entire world. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They didn't confess at first because they didn't want to ruin the quiet beauty they felt between you. But the more they saw you being your authentic self, the more they felt the need to protect you, be near you, and honor you. They even started praying for you in their own way, something they never did for anyone. They told a close friend, "There's just something about them. I don't know what it is, but when they're around, my world feels safe." That friend noticed how serious their tone became, how their eyes softened every time they mentioned you. That's when it became clear, this wasn't just a crush, this was sacred. You never tried to please anyone, and that honesty became your loudest power. You walked through situations without begging for attention, and yet you received the highest admiration. That's what made them realize, love isn't about chasing, it's about recognizing presence. Their love now grows with every sunrise, and still, you may not fully understand the power your demeanor holds. But in secret, they have written words for you, messages saved in drafts, and unsent letters they keep rereading just to feel close. And soon, the silence they've carried will break open into truth. Type Amen to get blessing 864. There was a moment not long ago when you were dealing with something painful. You didn't complain, didn't lash out, you just carried yourself with unshaken dignity. And that moment alone became the turning point for them. They realized that loving you wouldn't be about controlling you, it would be about honoring your spirit. They wanted to become better, more patient, more grounded, just to match the way you carry yourself. That love turned inward too, it became healing for them. Archangel Michael says, you didn't come to prove anything to anyone. But the truth is, your light is so rare that those who witness it can't help but be transformed. And the person who's been quiet this whole time? Their transformation began the moment they watched you walk away from things with grace. They now feel that being near you is like being near divine order. They've never been so inspired to love without needing anything in return. But now, they can't hold it in much longer, their soul aches to tell you everything. Type Amen to get blessing 1211. They've begun preparing for a moment that hasn't happened yet. A moment where they can tell you, it was your silence, not your words, that taught me the language of love. They've already played out how they'll approach you, and every time, their heart races with both fear and hope. Your energy shifted something inside them. They started sleeping better when they saw your smile. Even in your absence, they felt your presence in the smallest moments, like a breeze carrying peace through their thoughts. They even distanced themselves from people who distracted them from you. One friend noticed and asked what changed, and they said, "I want to be worthy of the one I've been shown." That friend nodded, realizing this wasn't just romantic, it was a calling. You became their definition of love without ever asking for it. And they know now, they can't let this feeling stay locked away. Their soul is preparing a way to reach yours, and once it does, it won't hesitate. Type Amen to get blessing 454. There's something important you should know. This person has defended you in rooms you've never walked into. When people tried to misunderstand you, they chose to stay silent, but inside their heart, they fought for your purity. They believe in your truth more than even you know. They've watched you heal in silence, and that broke them in a beautiful way. Because while others gave up at the sign of pain, you smiled and kept moving. And that's what made them see you as not just beautiful, but brave. Their love is no longer just a feeling, it has become a mission. To make you feel seen, to bring peace to your world, to hold you the way no one has ever done before. But they also know, if they approach you the wrong way, they could lose everything. They've been asking for signs. And recently, they got one. A conversation, a picture, a dream, it hit them so hard they couldn't ignore it. That's when they knew they're running out of time. Type Amen to get blessing 929. Archangel Michael says, the person you once saw as just another face in the crowd has been secretly carrying the weight of loving you with purity. And they've cried in silence over the fear of losing you. But you must know, they are coming closer. They don't want to be perfect, they just want to be real with you. You make them want to be honest, raw, and vulnerable, because your energy doesn't tolerate pretense. And in your softness, they found strength. You were tested by many, but you never changed your essence. And that's what made this love story different. It wasn't built on looks or timing, it was built on the sacred foundation of presence and peace. Now their heart beats differently when they hear your name. Their spirit reacts before their body does. They know, you are the one. Type Amen to get blessing 223. They replay the last conversation they had with you, even if it was brief. Every word you spoke became a line in their personal gospel. They want to say, thank you for being who you are, even when no one noticed. They've started to understand what love means because of you. It's not possession, it's permission. Permission to grow, to breathe, to evolve alongside someone who never asked for anything but gave everything by just being. You might have walked away from them thinking they didn't care. But they didn't stop you because they knew they weren't ready. Now they're praying that when they return, your heart still has space for the truth they're bringing. And they've written their feelings 100 times, but deleted them every time. Not because they didn't mean it, but because their love for you scares them. Not in a bad way, but in a way that makes their hands tremble and soul ignite. Type Amen to get blessing 775. They've made a decision now. No more delays. No more fear. No more running from what was always divine. Their love is ready to become action. And they will not let this moment slip again. Even if it costs them everything, they've accepted it. You deserve to know that your energy was the lighthouse that saved them from drowning. You didn't throw a rope, you became the shore. They owe their awakening to your calm storm. This isn't just a message of love. It's a message of recognition. You have changed a soul forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1188. Archangel Michael says, be prepared. Because what's coming your way isn't just love, it's elevation. You didn't ask for it, but your energy summoned it. And that person who saw you with quiet eyes? They are finally ready to break the silence. They are finally ready to love you out loud. Let your heart be open. Let your spirit be at peace. Because the most powerful love is not loud, it's sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 1500. They've been talking to someone about you, someone they trust deeply. That person told them not to waste another second, not to lose someone like you to fear or pride. And for the first time, they truly listened. Their inner battle is almost over now. They've realized love doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be honest. They're ready to come with their whole heart, unpolished and pure. They've seen how others failed to understand your silence. But they did. They understood your quiet gestures, your deep sighs, your subtle strength, and that became everything to them. Every day since, they've rehearsed what they'll say. How they'll stand before you, look you in the eyes, and say, I saw the real you, and I fell in love with that. That moment is closer than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 1344. There's a gift they're preparing, something they believe reflects your spirit. It's not expensive, it's meaningful. It's meant to say, I was paying attention, even when you thought no one was. This person doesn't just love you, they admire you. They talk about you with reverence, like you're something sacred that crossed into their world when they needed it most. You became the answer to a question they couldn't ask out loud. They've started cutting away everything that distracts them from their purpose, and that purpose now includes you. They've let go of toxic patterns, distanced themselves from meaningless connections, and begun focusing on the version of themselves that's worthy of standing beside you. You didn't just inspire love, you inspired growth. They are healing because of your energy, your patience, your peace. And now they want to pour that same healing back into your life. Type Amen to get blessing 987. They remember the way you stood firm in moments others would have crumbled. You didn't chase, didn't cry out for recognition, you simply walked in your own rhythm. And they swear, it was the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. They began journaling thoughts they couldn't tell you yet. Whole pages are filled with your name, your essence, your power. You are the muse they never expected to find. Archangel Michael says, their heart is now aligned. They have been tested, refined, and softened all because of your influence. This is no ordinary affection, it's a spiritual pull. And now, they no longer feel at peace without you. No matter how much they try to distract themselves, your energy follows them into their dreams, into quiet hours, into songs and signs. You are part of their soul now. Type Amen to get blessing 722. They once thought they knew what love looked like, but now they understand it was always you. It wasn't grand gestures or loud declarations, it was the way you breathed peace into the chaos of their spirit. Your calmness rewrote their entire definition of connection. You changed their outlook on life. They no longer settle for less, because you showed them what alignment feels like. That's why they are so determined not to let you go again. They have plans now. Plans that include you, not just for a season, but for a destiny. They're building a future in their heart where your smile is the sunrise they wake up to every day. They know you've been hurt before, so they're coming gently. No pressure, no games, only truth, clarity, and devotion. Because you're not just someone they love, you are someone they are choosing. Type Amen to get blessing 1420. They're even keeping an item that reminds them of you, something small, something sacred. It brings them comfort, like a symbol of your presence even when you're not there. They hold it close in moments of doubt. Your attitude, so centered, so composed, became the blueprint for how they want to carry themselves. They stopped reacting out of emotion and started pausing, just like you do. You taught them grace without even trying. They've been observing how you handle life's storms, and that made them realize, if they could walk through life beside you, they'd become unstoppable. You don't just inspire love, you inspire transformation. They now believe that you were sent for them. And they've made a promise to the universe, to never take your energy for granted again. You are no longer just a beautiful person, you are their miracle in human form. Type Amen to get blessing 1911. There's something else they're keeping from you, something they wrote a while ago. A letter. It holds everything, their fears, their admiration, their silent apologies. And they've kept it sealed, waiting for the right moment to give it to you. It starts with, "I didn't know someone like you could exist." And by the end, it says, "You made me believe in love again." That letter is sacred, a confession they can't speak but must show. Archangel Michael says, the divine has blessed this connection with timing. And now, time is catching up. What they've hidden will soon be exposed, not to hurt you, but to heal both of you. Don't be surprised if they return with tears in their eyes. Because they've realized the weight of what they almost lost. And now, nothing will stop them from showing up for this connection. Type Amen to get blessing 1105. They've spoken your name in rooms where you were not present, but where your spirit was felt. They honor you with their actions now. They're preparing a moment that will shift both of your lives. They are no longer afraid to love fully. Your presence gave them that courage. You gave them something rare, spiritual stability through emotional connection. You became their reason to be better. You planted seeds of self-love inside them. And now, they want to plant that same love in your garden. They are being drawn to you not just by desire, but by destiny. And when they arrive, they'll bring truth, peace, and a kind of love you've never seen before. Type Amen to get blessing 1877. Would you believe they wrote a poem about you? A raw, emotional truth wrapped in rhythm and whispers. It's hidden in their journal, never shown to anyone. They read it on nights they miss you the most. Every word feels like an offering to the universe, hoping it reaches your soul. Because you didn't just walk into their heart, you rearranged it. They now pray that you feel their presence even in silence. That your heart recognizes theirs when they finally speak. Because they've been practicing love in the shadows, waiting to reveal it in the light. You are not forgotten. You are not replaced. You are the beginning of everything sacred that they now believe in. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. They've deleted messages to you more times than they can count. Not because they didn't mean the words, but because every word felt too small for the depth they felt inside. How do you explain the way someone's presence saved your soul? They thought maybe time would quiet the feeling. But instead, time made it louder. Every hour without you became a page in the book they didn't want to write, but couldn't stop writing. They've imagined scenarios, accidental meetings, quiet conversations, unexpected hugs. In all of them, your energy stays the same, calm, warm, divine. And each time, they walk away knowing, they're still in love. Archangel Michael says, love that is silent for too long begins to ache. And now, the ache inside this person has grown too big to contain. They will speak soon, not because they want to, but because they must. Type Amen to get blessing 1606. They're no longer the same person who once hid how they felt. You changed that. Your patience healed something inside them they didn't even know was broken. They saw you love others without ever losing your sense of self. You didn't compromise your worth, you held it with grace. And that gave them the courage to start holding their own. They believe they met you for a divine reason. You awakened parts of them that had been numb for years. And now, you are their reminder that peace is possible, that love can be gentle. They've stopped looking for love elsewhere. No one feels like you. No one looks like you through the eyes of their soul. You are one of one. Type Amen to get blessing 1004. They even started asking the universe for signs about you. Every time, they got one. A name in a random conversation. A memory that sparked at the strangest hour. A song that played at the perfect moment. It's not coincidence, it's alignment. The connection between you is not accidental. It's divine architecture coming into form at last. They've been nervous, but excited. Scared, but hopeful. Because they know the next time they see you, it won't just be small talk, it will be a soul exchange. They're not coming with empty words. They're coming with truth, with accountability, with love that's been patiently matured in silence. This love is real. Type Amen to get blessing 1448. You must understand, the way you carry yourself reshaped their world. When they thought the world was chaotic, your energy proved that stillness was strength. When they thought love had to be loud, your presence taught them otherwise. They are preparing something special for you. Not flashy. Not dramatic. But filled with meaning. Something that whispers, I see you. I always did. They don't want to rush this. They want it to be sacred. They want every word they say to land like music in your spirit. They're afraid you've moved on, but they're still coming. Because love, when guided by truth, doesn't need guarantees. It just needs courage. Type Amen to get blessing 1155. Archangel Michael says, your soul has already recognized theirs. That's why there were moments of unspoken connection, moments that made your heart pause. Moments that felt like eternity wrapped in seconds. You didn't imagine it. It was real. And they felt it too. Now they're asking, will you be there when they finally speak? Will your heart still be open when theirs bursts open like a dam too full to hold back? They don't expect it to be perfect. They just want it to be honest. They want to show you they've changed, grown, and they never stopped loving you. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They even catch themselves smiling at the thought of you. A smile that comes from remembering your kindness, your patience, your spirit. That smile has become their hope. Every step they take now leads them back to you. Not out of desperation, but purpose. Not because they're lost, but because you are home. They are not returning with apologies only, they're bringing promises. Promises to show up. To love without fear. To cherish, not just desire. And if your heart still remembers, then what's coming next will feel like destiny finally catching up. Type Amen to get blessing 1502. Even their family started noticing the change in them. More calm. More intentional. More focused. And every time someone asked what caused it, they thought of you. They've stopped chasing empty connections. Because nothing compares to the fullness they feel just thinking of you. You are not a memory, you are a prophecy fulfilled in slow motion. They dream of mornings with you. Waking up beside peace, walking through the day with grace. They want you to be part of the simple things, because to them, that is heaven. You don't need to change for them. You already are everything they prayed for, even before they knew how to pray properly. Type Amen to get blessing 1989. They want to call you. Just once. To say your name again. To hear your voice and feel the way the world slows down when you speak. You are not forgotten. You are not dismissed. You are deeply remembered, honored, and loved in silence. Soon, it won't be silent anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 1666.